So one of my absolute favorite Jamaican dishes is escovitch fish. Well, escovitch saltfish and steamed cabbage, right? So if you see me right here, I'm washing some produce. Yes, people say to me all the time, why is it you wash these things and you're gonna peel the skin off anyways? Well, growing up in the islands, we're very clean people. We try to be, right? And especially when they come on to food and stuff like that, it's very important to be cleanly, right? So because of that, we wash everything. Everything must be always nice and clean. Cause food you're cooking, right? So anyways, I cut up some cucumber there, and the reason why I peel the skin off the cucumbers also is because they usually spray them with pesticides and stuff like that, and sometimes I believe that makes the skin them bitter. So, I usually just peel it off, right? Just to be on the safe side. I'm also cutting up some white onions here. Yes, these are sweet white onions. All right, I'm just giving them pretty much a rough cut here. As usual, we gotta have that carrot, right? And I'm cutting this carrot here on an angle, man, because we want to get them as thin as possible, right? So do them this way, and then once you spin them around, you cut them the other way like this. All right? Yeah, man. So once that's done anyways, so we have to have some spice, right? Because island people love cook and eat spice, man. I don't know why, we love, the heat, so, but either way is I have to throw one in there, right? And this is not a Scotch bonnet, but it is hot pepper. So anyways, here goes the cabbage right now. And as usual, you have to cut that little heart out, right? Yeah, man. And we're going to cut this up as thin as possible. You don't want a big chunk of cabbage in your food, Take your time and cut out the thing properly, right? Much like I'm doing right here. If you realize I rotate it, so whenever you kind of, you get better angles to cut it, right? So, I don't know why I drag out that scene so long, man. Now I run out of things to say. But anyways, I did some coconut oil in my little yellow pot there, right? And started out with some of that onion and some I cut up earlier. Give that a proper saute just to sweat out all those beautiful flavors, right? And I went with some of that homemade spice mix that you see me make the other day, right? Yes, man. Use it, man, and replace some of the MSG in the kitchen, right? Continue sauteing that up, because we want that to infuse nicely, man. You should smell the aroma, But anyways, I did that cabbage directly in, man, because, so we needed that to start steaming, right? And I got all of this off of my board, and put in and gave it a proper stir, which is right, because you have to incorporate everything nicely, right? Yes, man. And, I did a little bit more of that seasoning in it, and some butter. And as somebody said, to try a different type of butter and instead of the margarine. So I'm going to check that out one of these days, right? See what we're talking about. Well, anyways, continue to get that another saute up, man, and a little stir up, and that was that. Cover that down and left that. Now it was time to start working on that saltfish. Yes, man, I put that salted fish to boil earlier, And normally I want to boil these about 2 to 3 times, man, because the thicker they are, the more salt they have, they have, and if you don't boil them long enough, it not gonna come out right. And one of the good things is with fried saltfish, you can pretty much boil out most of the salt, 99% of the salt. You can boil out all of the salt if you want, because all you have to do is get one of your nice little favorite fish seasoning and get it a light season. So therefore we'll get back that sauce along with a little bit of flavor to, right? So yeah, man, I took these out and took a knife and scraped off all them scales and got some of that little bone and stuff out. And right here, I'm just doing a little bit of seasoning up. This is just some homemade seasoning again, I think it was, inside. This one had a little bit of fish mix in it also. Okay, Bad Boy was playing with different blends, right? You see it in our bag, so it's real. So, right then off the bat, went with some oil in my pot here, man, and threw in some pimento seeds for flavor. And started to add this saltfish in, right? So it can start fry up nicely. While that was doing this thing, I went back and checked on this cabbage. And as you see, it was rendered down nicely. And I don't like overcooking my veggies, man, because I feel like the longer you cook them, the more you kill the benefits, right? So I try to just give them a quick flash steam just to break that rawness, and them pretty much ready. But anyways, as you see, the saltfish was nicely and golden. Was and that means it's removal time, right? So we get these up out of the oil because we didn't want to fry them too long, because longer you fry them, the more dried out they will become, right? So you just want the color to change on them and get a little bit of crispiness outside, right? And you go ahead and take them out. And again, another drawn out scene for a reason I don't know, but let's just keep it going, right? So I added all that chop up veggies, man, right directly into this oil, And you look on the bottom of the pot, you realize it's not really a lot of oil, because I think I poured out some of the oil, yes, right? And just left a little bit, so it have all that flavor in there from the seasoning that fell off of the fish, right? Yeah, man, and we're gonna go ahead and season it, and I'll saute this up just right, just for a couple of minutes, just so the onions them start sweat down and stuff, right? And again, another drawn out clip. I don't know why I need to start double check on them thing, because sure. But anyways, we just added a little bit of white sugar and a little bit more of that fish seasoning to it. And the white sugar just really helps. You don't have to use white sugar because it's processed sugar, but you can use the brown sugar also. And what I do is just kind of cut the spice a little bit, right? And also, we have to add some white distilled vinegar, right? That's what give it that tang and help to preserve it a little bit, right? And as usual, another quick saute up, and this was ready. So as you see, I'm adding the fish directly back into this, because we want that fried fish now to go ahead and start absorb up all of this, acid and spice and all that goodness, right? And this is a bar food. If you know anything about fried saltfish, it's really for when them guys at the bar and they used to get drunk and stuff. The saltfish is what kind of sober them up a little bit, all that salt and spice. Yeah, man, you can eat it with crackers and all them something there, right? But anyways, yes, this came out looking absolutely amazing as usual, right? I very, 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 very rarely disappoint myself still, so. Yeah, man. But anyways, give this a try now and let me know what you think as usual. Or, I don't know, share whatever thoughts in your mind after watching this. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, right? Later.